Welcome to another Real Estate Top Performer segment. We've got a great group of people here today, and this is probably a familiar face. She was on about a year ago on the show. This is Chantal. Chantal, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, yes, I'm Chantal Apple with Atlantic Shores Sotheby's International Realty in Ocean City, Maryland.
Hi, I'm Ashley Crist with Main Street Home Loans.
And I'm Josh Green with Eastern Title and Settlement.
All right, now I feel like with the Real Estate Top Performer segments, we avoid the conversation a little bit, but then we like to touch on it a little bit. We're gonna really touch on the market today and how this market is going. The market for 2026, Chantal, what do you think is gonna happen?
I think this year is going to be more about strategy versus urgency. Buyers are more well aware of what's going on in today's market, and they take their time to do their due diligence and ask questions and dive deep before they making offers. And it's not as much as a frenzy as it has been in the years past.
Take a little more time, Ashley. What do you think about that?
I think so too. I definitely think that the market is stabilizing a bit. I think that we've been holding out for rates, and I don't think that it's going to go down as low as they think. So I think people are actually going to be getting out there and purchasing. But like Chantal said, they have the education behind them. They may have been waiting for a few years now. So yeah, it's all about strategy and picking the right team, and then things are actually sitting on the market a little bit longer as well. So we're seeing things that we haven't seen in a while, like say seller contribution. So I think that there's some leverage now for buyers, which is nice to see, and everyone's not as much in panic mode.
Yeah, and I think people are watching national stories and hearing rumors, and they're just thinking the worst. What would you say to those people?
Well, I would say don't listen to the national headlines. It does not truly reflect what is actually happening here on the Delmarva Peninsula. There are still homes that are being sold. People still want to come here for its lifestyle, for retirement, for second homes, and people are still buying.
Yeah. So nothing to be afraid of with this market. People are just being more conscious, maybe asking more questions, which is what you guys want.
I think it's also with the agent making sure that they set the expectations properly and make sure that the houses are priced accordingly. Where a client might think their house is worth $600,000, it's really worth $550,000, but they want to list it at $600,000, so it sits on the market. They end up dropping it to $550,000 and holding it for 6 months, when they could have just dropped it, had originally done it at $550,000 and sold it right away. So, making sure that you educate those sellers to get that right pricing, I think the houses do move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's critical. You want to price it right from the very beginning, because the first 2 weeks is where you have the most exposure. And if it's not priced right, like you said, Josh, it's gonna just sit on the market, and then they're gonna lower it, and you end up chasing the market versus leading it right from the beginning.
Yeah, so I think, in 2025, there was a 45% fallout rate, meaning people were putting in offers and then they weren't actually getting to the closing table. I think in 2026, we're gonna have a bit of a shift. So if there's houses that are sitting on the market for a little bit longer, not having multiple offers, maybe having that negotiation, we're gonna see buyers that aren't so trigger happy. So they're just like, oh, I need something, so let me buy right now. Which just honestly, for all three of us, makes for a much smoother transaction, because people are actually, like Chantal was saying, putting some thought behind it. This is a property that they're moving forward with. They're having that inspection. They're talking with, myself and my team about the interest rate and how we can, develop a plan for them, not just for now, but then also maybe if rates do go down a little bit. Now, we don't know what rates are gonna do. Like I talk about often, I constantly pray to the rate gods.
You don't have a crystal ball?
No, it's ball Crist, Josh. Yeah. It's not crystal. Yeah, I wish I did, but I really think that in 2026, we are gonna see a little bit of a shift.
And what would you say to buyers who feel like they missed the market?
I wouldn't say that they missed the market. Now we're in this bubble. I think it's a great opportunity right now because there's still a lot of inventory, but less competition.
Now, are interest rates actually slowing the market, or they're just kind of changing how deals come together?
Changing how deals come together. Again, much more negotiations. And I don't think it's scaring off a serious buyer rates, they are right now lower than they have been in the past 3 years. A 30-year at 5.99, 6.1?
It depends on the program, but yeah,
Yeah.
they've definitely dipped a bit, and I think that they are in a place now where, like we talked about, it does kind of stabilize the market. If we ever see a 5, that's when things are just normal. I mean, even that 7% that we were at in 2025, over time, that's really not high. So what's nice though is we're not seeing a dip in the value. So oftentimes when rates, go down, then the values start to go down as well. We're not seeing that. So we're seeing the values kind of stay consistent, and then the rates, go slightly down. But then we also get, creative and can get the rate down even more, whether that's, buy down or buying it down. There's a lot of different ways that we can structure it so that the people, are making the most of their financial profile.
What about advice for sellers who plan to sell their home in 2026? What would you say to them?
Oh, definitely price it right out from the gate. Like I said, your first 2 weeks is where you have the most exposure, and you don't want to be chasing the market, even if it's priced maybe a little bit lower than the comps. That sets you up for multiple offer situations. So definitely price it right from the very beginning and invest in professional marketing. Those homes that are staged or marketed properly, they get the best exposure.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's funny you say that. So Tara and I, when we tour homes that are completely empty, it's kind of hard, I feel like, for us to even envision, or to portray to the viewer, like, hey guys, pretend this is what this would look like.
Right.
Staging, I think, that's fun, right?
Don't
It's a big
use
thing.
the AI staging.
No.
Oh,
the real staging. I
Real
will tell
staging.
you, with Tara and I, sometimes when we go to home tours with realtors, like, yeah, go to this house, and the pictures online,
don't look
there's
the
couches,
same.
we go there and it's empty, we're like, what?
Right.
But it's a surprise. But the staging, making sure the house is clean, start,
Absolutely.
kind of getting your home ready, right, if you do plan to sell in 2026.
Declutter, get the yard.
Don't have an agent that takes the pictures themselves.
Right, yeah.
Right,
Professional
professional
photos,
marketing,
yeah. Oh, I agree.
absolutely. So that's key for sellers. That's what I would recommend for sellers who are ready to put their home on the market for 2026. Sellers have to be strategic in this market because the buyers are very savvy.
Yeah. So that was some advice for the sellers. What about advice for buyers that are looking to purchase a home in 2026?
Buyers, definitely educate yourself with financing and align yourself with a realtor who's an expert in the local area and knows all the nuances of the Delmarva Peninsula.
2026.
2026.
We're excited about it, right?
Yeah.
great year.
Claps for the market. She's going to rub her crystal ball. How can people get in contact with you, Chantal?
Yes, my name is Chantal Apple with Atlantic Shores Sotheby's, and you can reach me directly on my cell phone at 203-558-2662 or shoot me an email.
I'm Ashley Ball Crist with Main Street Home Loans. You can get in contact with me at 443-799-4455 or look us up on social media at ABC Lending Team.
Josh Green with the Dream Team at Eastern Title and Settlement. You can contact me at 240-876-0642 or josh@easterntitle.com.